Hey guys, it's yours truly, Music Clues here.
Hey subscribers, it's Ethan here.
And Happy New Year if you're watching this video. We recorded this ahead of time, but by the time this goes up, it will either be New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, or sometime after or before that. But either way, me and Ethan thought that it would be pretty cool to let you guys know what is coming up for this month and next, and all that. So without further ado, let's get started. So me and Ethan all day so far today have been recording gameplay for you guys. Various games that we have been meaning to play. Ethan's been doing quite a bit of recording today.
Yup.
So we are looking forward to that. The stuff you could expect. We may have already posted some of this stuff, but we've put up some Mario Kart videos. We did both the handheld and console ones for Mario Kart 8. So all the retro tracks from those games. I also did all nitro tracks, and Ethan did all crossover tracks. And I'm not sure if it's up, but we also did every single retro track, including the tour tracks inside the video. So those should also all be there as well.
Indeed.
So there's that. Now, in terms of Smash videos, I'm not sure if we planned any more after this recording, but I do know for a fact that we have two. So me and Ethan are doing the Maniaics, that's us, versus all DLC characters.
Yep.
Well, new DLC characters. What do we mean by that? So, Ethan, why don't you explain?
Okay, so how this goes is the first recording will be taking all from the characters to entering to Smash 4 to Ultimate, basically, if I remember right.
That's correct. But if we only mean all the new, like they've never been in Smash before. So like Lucas, Mewtwo, and Roy, who are DLC as well for Smash 4, they don't count because they've been in Smash before.
Yes, they've been in Melee and Brawl before.
So those do not count. We're talking about completely new characters like Ryu, Bayonetta, and Cloud in terms of the Smash 4 DLC, as well as Coin. So those are going to be, that's what that video is going to be. And of course, it will also include all the DLC from Ultimate that we've gotten done.
Yup.
So that is one. And then this one's probably going to be one of our longest, largest, and biggest videos to date. But me and Ethan are facing the entire Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster from beginning to end.
Basically, what he's trying to say is, it goes to the first Super Smash Bros. That are entered, like the small bunch of the roster, to what we got today with the Ultimate characters that have been added since up to Zora.
So, that is what that video is going to be about. So, I guess I should explain real quick how the structure is going to work. So basically, we're going to start obviously with the N64, but there's a catch. Mm-hmm. Me and Ethan cannot use any of our maids from any games after N64. So me and Ethan are going to have to stick with some of the N64 roster. Thankfully, Ethan's used Link, so he still has some sort of character experience, so he might not struggle too badly.
Hopefully not, though. Let's not get ourselves carried away here on that one.
But thankfully, I've made Mario, Pikachu, and Link since pretty much blah, and even prior to that. So yeah, basically we can only use our mains from the N64. Then, as we get through the roster, it will open up more mains that me and Ethan can use. So once we get to Melee, Ethan will unlock some Fire Emblem characters that he can finally use, like Roy and Marth.
Yup. There's only two Fire Emblem characters that made it into Melee, and this is the time when people don't even know what Fire Emblem is back then.
Exactly. And then obviously we'll get up to Blah, which will pretty much unlock my main, Sonic.
And unlock some of my other Fire Emblem character, like Ike, for example. But then Lucario's actually added in on that one, to my knowledge.
And then Smash 4, of course, will pretty much unlock almost every single one of Ethan's characters that he's used.
And it goes up to Bayonetta, to my knowledge. But it's not to, like, those other DLC characters like Pyra and Mithra. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Yep, and then Smash Ultimate, obviously, will cover every single one of those. And I will pretty much unlock a whole main moveset. Now, I should say, probably coming to Brawl going forward, I'll probably be using Sonic going forward, since he's pretty much my main for most of the fights I use. But I'll try to varietize between fights so that way you guys don't get sick of it.
Yeah, to me though, I could actually move out pretty well with all the characters I use. But just to warn you guys, I might not use like some of the found characters I use all the time, just like I did with like Brawl and Smash 4. That's back then. Now this time around, I have a couple new mains coming right up.
So you'll get to see that one as well. So those are the two big Smash videos that me and Ethan have planned. They might be up before New Year's. They might be up after New Year's. I haven't decided yet. But if they are, then click on the card on the right-hand corner, and that should lead you to the Switch playlist, which will have Smash Ultimate's gameplay there. So take a look at that, and also be sure to take a look at our other gameplays that we've done for DLC in the past as well. Alright, so now, PlayStation 5, we have a couple videos planned for that. I don't have any Xbox Series videos, so I still gotta go over that real quick, but for the time being, PlayStation 5 game videos, we have quite a few. So, I will be covering Little League World Series Baseball. They have it as a free trial on PlayStation Plus Premium tiers, so I'm gonna give that a whirl. Ethan will be tackling MX vs ATV Legends.
Yes, I did play a bit of that game so far. Of course, my opinion on it is so far, it's not that bad of a game, and at least it didn't have a lot of glitches like happened last game, unfortunately.
Yeah, so there's that one. This will complement the the Xbox Series gameplay that I recorded on launch day for that game. So if you haven't seen that gameplay as well, be sure to click on the card above here in the right hand corner, and you'll be able to check that out as well.
Yeah.
We'll also be tackling all DLC for Street Fighter 5.
Yep.
So we will be tackling every single new DLC character that came. Not the ones that are returning to Street Fighter. All the exactly new DLC characters. Now we will do a couple returning ones if they haven't turned in the game prior to this, which was Street Fighter 4. So if we return to Street Fighter 4, we won't be obviously covering them. But if they haven't been in the game in a while, like Rose, for example, she hasn't been in a Street Fighter since Alpha.
Yep.
So we'll make an exception to the rule for her. But pretty much any other character that was in the previous Street Fighter game, to save time, we will not be covering just for the sake of it. And of course, you can expect me and Ethan to be using our usual mains: Ryu, Ken for Ethan, Chun-Li, Cammy for me, and then maybe a couple others depending on what we feel like.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have the Dragon Quest games. I'll be recording these individually on and off. I won't record them all today, but just a couple. But you can expect every single one that's on PlayStation Plus Premium right now. So that includes both Dragon Quest Builders, both Dragon Quest Heroes, and Dragon Quest 11S to all be covered eventually here on the channel. So look forward to that. And then the last one, Ethan will be tackling Forspoken.
Yup, Forspoken is one of the Square Enix's IPs. I don't know if it's an IP yet, who knows, but yeah.
Yeah, Ethan will be tackling the new demo that they announced at the Game Awards to be launching, so he will be taking that on, and we'll see what his opinion ends up being about that game.
See if I like it or I'll play it. If not, well, good luck, good try, Square.
Indeed. Indeed. And I think that's all for now. Obviously, if there's any more videos, you guys will see them on the channel eventually, or update you on our community tab. But for the time being, that is it. Now let's talk about 2023. So, we have quite a few plans for 2023. Boy, me and Ethan talked this over. So, let's start with logo and branding. So the Media Maniacs logo is pretty much staying the same. We aren't changing that logo at all. So the Media Maniacs will be the same. But Ethan's logo will be changing once again to reflect the new stuff coming up. So Ethan, why don't you tell them what your new logo will be like?
My logo will be like, it's actually going to be like a little celebration to the latest found game that is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch. And it's going to be like close to Fathom Engage, pretty much.
Indeed. And then it will have a little bit of My Hero Academia inspiration to celebrate the new season. Obviously, of My Hero Academia as well, that's currently out.
Yes. And a manga, of course. Of course, I have some little updates to tell you guys. I don't know, it was last year or two. I think it was last year that this creator of My Hero Academia creator says that the manga is supposed to be done within a year, or if not, well, it depends on his plans. So, for right now, I wouldn't worry too much.
Yep. Now, my logo is going to be staying the same for now, so it will still be the usual Blue's Clues Sonic logo you guys have been seeing, so that's not changing at all. So,
Yep.
All right. Now for video content. Comic-Con wise, we have a couple updates. So, if you guys know that Ethan has dressed up as quite a few different people at this point.
Yeah, I did dress up as Joker from Persona 5, and then the other one was Deku from Heroes World's Mission. So, but I do have one idea, but it will contain other, this is just like a gaming and anime, basically. But I do have this in mind that I might do next, but I don't count on that I'll get it so soon, though. But I do have a plan of what I'll be getting now, so you guys will be like, wait, what?
Yes. Yeah, so Ethan has a new cosplay. It could be gaming or anime. You never know with him, so you'll have to wait and see at our next cosplay Comic-Con video.
Yes.
And speaking of Comic-Cons, we have 3 different Comic-Cons that we still have plans to try to get to. At least 1 or 2 of those. So that would be Fan Expo, which we covered this year for the first time ever.
Yep.
C2E2, which we covered previously. And then finally Anime Magic, which I also covered this year by myself. So we have plans to go to those. I may also be heading to another annual con, but I am not 100% on that yet. So I'll let you guys know in the future. It's coming in March, so I'll let you guys know around that time. But for the time being, I don't want to confirm or deny anything. I just want to say that there may be one more con that I'll be going to, and if I do go, I'll tell you all the details later.
Yep. So
in terms of VA goals. Why don't you tell them what your VA goals are right now, bud?
Alright, for right now, I'm hoping to meet up with, since there is a Comic-Con right over the other state, of course, I'm not going to name what state I would say. That would be awesome if I get to meet one of the voice actors for Naruto, which might be there, I'm not going to say. And it's a Sasuke voice actor, that's what it said. And also, I hope I get to meet Matthew Mercer, that is a voice of Crumb and a voice of other characters I know, like Levi from Attack on Titan, of course.
Exactly. Unfortunately, though, he's been very busy, very busy with quite a few things. So, so busy that he hasn't been taking too many game roles. That's how busy.
Yeah.
And same thing with Lola Bailey. That's why she's not returning as Chun-Li in the new Street Fighter 6, in case you didn't know.
Yep.
So yeah. That being said, we are not. Those are Ethan's plans. That we'll hopefully see. Matthew Mercer. Of course, my goal is to meet one of Sonic's voice actors still, whether that be the voice actor for the movie, Roger Craig Smith, his current voice for the games, or one of Sonic's previous voice actors, Chocolate, Chocolate, I think that's how you say it. And then, what was his adventure voice actor's name again? For crying out loud. Let me know in the comments below what that name is. But he's voiced Sonic and Shadow in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, I think.
Yep.
So I want to be able to do those as well.
Yep.
But that being said, so yeah, hopefully we'll meet hopefully we'll both meet our dream voice actors. Of course, I would love to meet Terry, the voice of Blue, but knowing her and Angela, they're probably very busy, so that one's a far reach for the time being.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then last but not least, one of Ethan's goals is, of course, to meet more of My Hero Academia voice actors to add to his signed collection.
That'll be cool, though.
Tell him what you currently have in terms of VAs that you've met, bud.
I have met the Shototogi's voice actor, but I still get his autograph later. But I did get a photo with him. Obviously, Justin Benner for Deku. I already took care of that with both. And I did get Shototaro. I already said that one. Bakugo's voice actor. Well, that would be his autograph. And then I also got All Might, which is also richly Vegeta's voice actor, which is from Dragon Ball. I met him in person. He's a great person.
Yeah, so Ethan's gotten all those. I believe you got his autograph.
Yes, and I forget another one actually. I also met up another guy that is from season 4 from My Hero Academia, which is Maru Takura's voice actor. Boy, I'm gonna tell you something, man. When I met you, you're a fun guy.
That's good, but yeah, his goal is to meet more My Hero Academia voice actors. Any specifics?
I know a couple like Becca Ruka's voice actor. But which, so far I know, she's gonna be a little bit rare, I noticed. But I hope I get to meet her sometime.
I see.
That's one of my goals.
Alright, well, that's all for Comic-Con stuff, so look forward to that. Also, I have this in the works, but I'm also going to be doing to celebrate before going to our 5th con ever, I'll comprehend all 4 of our con adventures, so Wisconsin Comic-Con, C2E2, Fan Expo, and Anime Magic will all be in one video eventually. I still have to work out all the kinks and stuff, but that is another video that is coming soon.
Yes.
Alright, now talking about gameplay for the new year. So, we have 2 different types. We have regular standard gameplay like you've seen on the channel, and then we have our first ever walkthroughs.
Yep.
Okay, so for Nintendo-wise, Ethan will be handling, as always, Fire Emblem Engage gameplay.
Yep.
So, of course, no surprise there because Ethan is the resident Fire Emblem fan, and he's very excited for this title.
Of course, because this title actually surprised me a bit. I know some of them out there are mixed about it, but is it just me? It's just maybe that Super Smash Bros. Kind of killed it for them. I assume so. Well, for me, I scratched those sides.
Yeah. Right. So there is Fire Emblem Engaged, and then obviously I'll be covering Kirby in February because who wouldn't cover Kirby? So yeah, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, unless of course it gets delayed. I'll be covering in February. Alright, and then for Sony, Ethan has one exclusive covered.
Yep.
Why don't you tell them what exclusive that is?
That'll be Final Fantasy 16, for what I know. But that one, it got announced from I'm not gonna say what. It just got announced recently, so I have to say. But for right now, I know that's gonna be just either a live stream or just a recording. We'll see what happens from that.
Yep. Alright, and then for Microsoft, of course, I will be covering any other Microsoft title that comes out during next year. But one of the main ones that I will be covering for sure will be the new Forza Motorsport that is coming out next year. So there's that one as well. And then for both of us, we will be covering Street Fighter 6 on our respective consoles for PlayStation and Xbox. Now, we may be covering the beta 2. As of this video's recording, we are currently waiting for beta 2's emails to be sent out. That's not going to be happening until the 14th, I believe.
Yep.
I believe that they're going to send that out. So here's hoping. I've already recorded some gameplay because I got into the last beta. So if you haven't checked that out, be sure to check that out. But Ethan, unfortunately, has not had his chance to play the beta at all.
No, it's alright, folks.
So here's hoping that this time he does.
Let's hope so.
All right. But yeah, though that will also be covered. And then our walkthroughs. All right, buddy. Why don't you tell them your walkthrough first?
Alright, my walkthrough would be, the first thing what I'm gonna do is, after I do play a certain game that's gonna come out very soon this month, as is recording, which is the Final Fantasy Crisis Core. That's what I mean. Alright, so right after that, what I would do is for walkthroughs, I'm gonna do the walkthrough for straight to the end, like I did with the other games, like Mario Strikers Charge and the other games, as you saw on YouTube. This time around, I'm not probably gonna do a normal mode, just like I did with my first walkthrough, just because it would be a hassle if I do a hard mode like I did before. So just be patient with me.
By the way, Ethan's not talking about Crisis Core in terms of that. Ethan still has to play through that game first. But we were talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be Ethan's walkthrough. He's going to be playing the game from start to finish. Will the DLC be included in that?
That I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, so, but at least for sure, the base game from start to finish. So that being said, look forward to that. However, because Ethan needs some time to finish Fire Emblem, tell them when you're going to be starting that walkthrough, bud.
More likely, I might start it, mostly to aim at either March or April, depending on what I got going.
Yep. And then in January, I will be tackling Sonic Generations to start us off, but eventually my goal is to cover every 3D Sonic game, including Sonic Frontiers. I'll probably tackle Frontiers after that because I still have yet to beat Frontiers actually as of this video's recording, but hopefully I'll get around to that soon. And then, of course, we have a couple others in mind, but we don't want to confirm anything, but those two for sure are going to be confirmed for next year. So look forward to Final Fantasy VII and Sonic Generations, and eventually Sonic Frontiers in the future.
Indeed.
Alright, now for scripted videos. These videos are ones that me and Ethan have planned for, well, you know.
Indeed.
These are like discussion videos, basically. Alright, so, in terms of discussions, Ethan, why don't you talk about the first one?
Alright, the first one, let's see, the first one I have here, let's see which one, yeah, okay, there we go. Alright, what I'm doing is, I'm gonna cover up all the games that are from the United States. They just came out in the US, I mean. And if you're wondering, hey, are you also covering from the Japan ones? Unfortunately, not this time around.
Oh, Ethan's talking about Fire Emblem, by the way.
Fire Emblem, yeah.
Yeah, so Ethan will be talking about all the US released Fire Emblem games, starting from GBA all the way to now, and it will be tier list, it will be best of list, so Ethan's favorite to least favorite.
Yep.
And Ethan will talk about each, what he likes, what he dislikes about them, and yeah.
Yep, indeed.
Although, give him a little bit of slide of the GBA because it's been a while since he's played that one, and Ethan doesn't 100% remember everything.
Of course, unfortunately.
So, just a heads up. So, there is that as well. Alright. This one me and Ethan will both be doing together.
Mm-hmm.
This one is going to be all Pokemon games.
Are you wondering, hey, what are you doing specifically? Are you doing all spin-offs? Are you doing all main games? Or are you doing all of them together?
Well, we are only focusing on the main series titles. If we got to every single spin-off in the Pokemon franchise, I think it'd be about a 5-hour video at most, since I've been the one that's played most of the spin-offs.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that at another time.
Yeah, but it's going to be all mainline Pokemon titles, so from first gen all the way to the current gen.
Yes, so of course I'll wait for MC to finish up with Pokemon Violet, since of course right up to this day I already beat Scarlet already. Just to give you a heads up on that one. I'll tell you my opinion on that later.
But yeah, so we will be doing that one once I eventually finish Violet, and then we will be doing that. We will how it will go. We will give our thoughts of each generation, what we think of the Pokemon, what we think of the generation as a whole, what new features, what new towns, what new music was introduced, and everything. Now, note, we will be including the remakes, but we won't be talking too much about them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, Heart Gold and Soul Silver will be an exception to the rule. For anybody who doesn't know us, me and Ethan bonded over that game, so that will be an exception. But outside of that, me and Ethan will not be talking about the remakes all that much.
Yeah, so just a heads up on that.
Oh, and just another note, we will not be including Pokemon Legends Arceus in this discussion either.
Because if those of you are like, hey, is this a main game? Nah. Yes, it may be canonized to the 4th generation, but however, it's a spin-off.
Technically, since it doesn't follow the traditional Pokemon formula.
Yep.
And before you guys argue Coliseum and the others, those follow the basic Pokemon formula, but it's a double battle, not single. That's the usual.
yeah, of course.
So yeah, just a heads up, we will not be including any of the spin-offs nor Pokemon Legends in the discussion as well. The remakes we will briefly mention, and outside of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we will not be talking about those too long either.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, hey, what are those remakes you're talking about? Well, like I said, when we get to like the first and the second or whatever gen we were getting, they could be briefly a little bit mentioned. But however, if it's just like later on, like Diamond and Pearl, if we get to that, we could talk about it a little bit. But however, not as much.
Right. So there is that as well. All right. Now, the next one is well, I'll let Ethan explain this one.
Alright, so what I'm going to do later on, since I already know how the 9th gen Pokemon goes, I'm going to be doing my top 10 9th gen Pokemon, and I'm going to give you reason why I love this Pokemon and stuff. But sometimes I might put a little cons in there just for the sake of people think if I always say, am I biased to it? I'll make sure that's not the case.
Will you be talking about the stats for the Pokemon too, or no?
I might be talking about based on how their designs are.
I gotcha.
But I'll tell you this, though, just give you a little shout out to JR for making that Pokemon video recently. So I'm gonna give you a hashtag on it for you guys, so you guys check out on JR's channel. I give a shout out to him. He did an amazing job.
Nice. Yeah, so be sure to check his out as well. I'll also leave a link in the description below so you guys can check that out too. Alright, next one will be... Now this one's going to be a big effort, and unfortunately, I think we're going to have to wait for Street Fighter 6 to at least release so we can get a full opinion on it. Tekken 7 is probably going to be way down the road, guys.
Yeah, he's talking about Tekken 8, though. But Tekken 8, that's not going to be mentioned. It depends on what it goes.
Yeah. If it's released next year, then we'll do it, obviously. But at the most, we have to wait for Street Fighter 6 to even do this video, since we didn't even have to play the game for a while. But we plan to do a fighting game series video. So what is that going to be about? Me and Ethan will basically talk about all the fighting games series that we've played all the way through from start to finish. So this includes, well, we play some of these just to get our knowledge back. All Blaze Blues.
And Guilty Gear, but I'm not sure about Guilty Gear yet. yet.
Guilty Gear, we have not played every single title yet.
So, I don't know if we're going to mention that just yet.
All Dead or Alive, which we have played every single title.
Yep.
All Street Fighters, obviously.
Yep, it's going to be mentioned.
You've played all Tekken, right?
Yes, so Tekken is going to be mentioned later on, so...
Let's see. We haven't played all Mortal Kombats. That will not be mentioned.
Nah.
We'll do a separate video for Mortal Kombat once Ethan's played every single Mortal Kombat, because he still's got quite a ways to go.
Yep.
Let's see. The Dragon Ball fighting games will not be mentioned. Any anime fighting game will not be mentioned in this video. We'll save that for a separate discussion.
Yep.
Let me see. I think that is about it. And of course, we'll talk about Super Smash Bros. As well.
Yep, but that's gonna be a bit shorter though.
Yeah. There's probably a couple others I'm forgetting, but that is basically going to be the general gist. We'll talk about what we like about these games, what we dislike, our mains, our favorites, our favorite music, our favorite tracks, everything about it. That one's probably going to be one of our longer videos, so look forward to that. And by the end of that video, we'll also link our personal rankings for each of these series that we like.
Yep.
Alright, the next one I'll let Ethan talk about.
This one I might be mentioning up to the top PlayStation classics. If you're wondering, hey, which classics you're talking about? Just up to PS1 to PS3. And I'm not sure I'm going to mention the handheld ones just yet. I will get back to you on that. But that's just me just ranking all these games I played so far are going to be briefly mentioned in these top PlayStation classics. But if you're wondering a number, I'll also get back to you on that.
Yes, so Ethan will be doing the top PlayStation's classics. Is this going to be individual game or a series?
I would say, to my knowledge, I would definitely say individual.
Okay, so these will be individual games. So Ethan will be giving his ranking on the individual games. And again, he'll get back to you on how many of those games he'll be talking about. Alright, and then finally, this is going to be both of us. It's going to be a long time coming. Hopefully we'll get it done by the end of the year. We'll work through for the whole year next year, or this year if we put it up on New Year's Day. But we are working our best video games of all time list. We did this one a while back in 2016, but obviously, as you guys know, a lot of time has passed since then. So I think it's about time that me and Ethan update and redo the list. And we will be redoing it once again. We'll get back to you on the details, but I can tell you that our number will once again be up to 50. So it will be 50 of our favorite games that we both have played. Boy, this is going to be tough.
But I'll say this much, though, guys. One thing I can include this rule, though. You could tie in some games on some numbers. But we're trying not to tie it too much.
Exactly. And our goal is to at least do, like, 3 ties maximum.
Yeah, because that will make it fair for at least for both of us.
Yep. So that will be the case, but yeah, that's going to be one of the videos that's going to be in the long haul. May release next year or this year, it may not. We'll have to wait and see, because games will also be coming out next year, and our positions could change for some of those depending on how we like them. So just a heads up on that.
Yep.
But that being said, we will be working on that all year, so we might not release next year, but just thought we'd let you guys know that is in the works.
Yep.
Alright, movie-wise, we really don't have too much next year so far. The only one I can tell you for sure that we'll be covering, obviously, is the Super Mario Brothers movie.
And also, there is going to be 2 anime movies I know we might cover eventually. Is Black Clover, which I think it comes out in March, I'm not mistaken, to Netflix or theaters or both, depends on how that goes. And Reincarnated as a Slime is also coming into theaters eventually. I don't know about US yet, but we'll get to that once it goes down the road.
Yep, so those are 3 that we plan to cover next year. Well, 2 technically, because we know Black Clover for sure. But yeah, that being said, we'll have to wait and see. Now we have only 2 more things to talk about, and that's anime stuff. So Ethan only has 2 big videos coming out. I'm still working on the new Debut 2. Sorry guys for the long wait, but I promise you it will be worth it. I promise. But that being said, Ethan, why don't you tell them what 2 videos you have planned?
First one I'm gonna do is rank all the Yu-Gi-Oh animes, including GX and all these spin-offs, according to the original. Yes, I know those of you are huge fans of the originals. I can understand. But just don't talk me of my own opinions, though, please. But for right now, I'm gonna rank up to where it's out to 7. That's the latest one that we have up to date. So just don't talk me of my own opinions once I do.
Alright, and then what's the other video?
Which is about Black Clover, of course. Since if the movie is going to be coming out eventually, might as well briefly talk about Black Clover eventually. But just don't think I'll just able to cover it so soon, though. I cannot promise you it'll be like up to spring or something yet.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Alright guys, so that is it for 2023 plans so far. Of course things change, we'll let you guys know. No, as always. But yeah, that is basically it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys a brief update of what's coming up for the new year and this month if we're releasing in December. So yeah, that is basically our New Year's update. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if we do release this during New Year's, Happy New Year everybody, and we will see you guys around when our first video of the year, barring this one, minus this one, will be up. So yeah, alright, this is yours truly, Music Clues,
Ethan signing out,
and y'all have a nice
gaming day.
See ya.